All right, everybody, welcome back. Due to the weather, I kept believing that it was going to stop raining long enough for me to be able to go outside in my regular spot and make the video, but it has not. It has rained all day, pretty hard most of the day. So, as we get toward the end of your 30 days, I'm really excited about this video because this has been one of the most common questions that we've been getting. And that is about the GHK-Cu copper peptide. And it really has amazing benefits. And so one of the things that Sue and I have worked really hard on was trying to perfect what we now call the Ageless Blue facial peptide cream. And it not only contains the GHK-Cu peptide, but it contains multiple other peptides. It contains hyaluronic acid, which holds 7 times its weight in water. It just has so many benefits that it literally has been, some of the ingredients in it, not our particular formula, but some of the ingredients in it have been considered or called like nature's Botox. And if any of you have ever used or are using or are considering Botox, please think before you kill nerves. It comes from the botulism toxin, and it kills the nerves. What we can do with this peptide formula is relax those nerves and actually improve them rather than killing them, and we can build new collagen. I'm going to go through a bunch of benefits, but first let's just talk about, how does this peptide give you younger and healthier skin, and why is that important? Well, they've done multiple studies that showed that people who were more attractive, looked younger, had more chance of getting jobs, had more chance of getting help from a stranger, were looked at as having more social grace, whatever that means. I'm sure I'm really low on the scale of social grace. So just know that it is nice to have our skin look good, and it is something that Sue and Beth, my wife Beth, and several others have been testing out, and we have and I've been using it myself, and I've never used any facial cream or any lotion or anything in my life before this, but it really does make your face feel great, and it has multiple health benefits outside of the skin, but what we're particularly concentrating on with this formula is the skin. So I want you to understand that having younger, more youthful skin looks good and is important for looking good if that's one of your goals, and for most people they do want to look good. We talk about your skin looking better, and we also talk about in our weekend, in the OptiU Weekend Summit classes, we always talk about LBN, look better naked. So hopefully with this 30-day maximum fat loss program, you're going to start to have better LBN, right? Look better naked. So the skin, though, is much more than just looks. The skin is our largest organ in our bodies. It protects our nervous system. So if you put your hand on something too hot or too cold, it warns us that it can damage our nerves and our nervous system. So the skin is a big part of our immune system, and having quality, healthy skin is just good for overall health. So there's a lot of benefits to multiple peptides in this formula, but what I want to do is talk specifically more about the GHK-Cu. This is the peptide that makes the cream blue, and why we call it Ageless Blue. This is a very short chain amino acid. Remember, peptides are short chain amino acids, and it's very well absorbed orally. As you've discovered, some peptides need to be injected because they're not absorbed well orally, but this one is not only absorbed well orally, it can be injected for different injuries and things. It can be taken orally for different injuries and things, but it's absorbed super well on our skin, especially when you have a compounding pharmacist and a great compounding tech in Sue who are using the best bases with none of the junk in it, none of the parabens, none of the phthalates, none of the toxic, forever plastic or hormone damaging chemicals. And we can really make it where these peptides and these other things that are in there, like the hyaluronic acid, the organic oils that we have in there, how we can really get them into the skin deeper and how we can really get the benefits. So the top 5 benefits of just the GHKCU copper are it reduces wrinkles. Now we have other peptides in there that I talked about or mentioned that help relax nerves so that you can have that look of having a Botox injection, the botulism injection we should call it, which kills nerves. This does not do that. It's actually reparative to the nerves, but it does relax them so you get that look of a cleaner, fresher, less wrinkled look in the face. And the second thing that this peptide does really well is it helps protect against UV radiation and damage. So it has protection during sun exposure and protection certainly after sun exposure, because it's a tremendous healer, which is the third thing, is it repairs wounds, it repairs skin wounds, it can repair internal wounds. So I have injected this in my shoulder before. When I injured my shoulder, I injected GHKCU copper, and it's literally blue, an injection. So injected it into my shoulder area along with a couple other peptides, BPC 157 and thymosin beta 4, and that's known in the peptide world, especially by the orthopedic docs who do peptides, as the Wolverine healing stack. And I can tell you, for my shoulder, it was tremendous. And Beth had a foot problem, a heel problem, and we were injecting it, not in her heel directly, because that's really painful. There's a lot of nerves in our feet. But we were injecting it in her right calf, in some fat in her right calf, because that was near the injured area, and we really believe that it sped up her healing also. And then it also, the third thing is repairs wounds, scars, tissues, injuries like that. But the fourth thing is it lowers dark spots, or what the medical community would call hyperpigmentation. So if you have dark spots on your face, your neck, your head, wherever, it can really help reduce those dark spots. Some of the studies showed significant improvement in as little as 7 days. I'm not claiming that it'll do that for you. I'm telling you what the studies show. And then the fifth thing it does is it increases the collagen production, the elastin production, and the blood flow production. So it improves the overall skin appearance in multiple ways. We've talked about reducing wrinkle, healing any wounds, protecting against UV radiation damage, but it increases collagen, and it increases a particular collagen 3. So I'm not going to get into why I don't recommend collagen products that aren't the one that I formulated and the one that I put in my protein shake you saw on the video. But they call a lot of things collagen that aren't the types of collagen that we need in our body. So this peptide, though, can increase collagen 3. So that is really important, because when we're young, when we're babies, children, they show that our skin is made up about 90% of collagen, and the bulk of that is collagen 3. But by the time that we're 60, that can be all the way down to 10% collagen if we haven't taken care of ourselves. So this is important for that. The whey shake is important for that. Adding the collagen to the whey shake is important for that, because one thing that goes overlooked, I know we're talking about this amazing skin cream, but one of the things that gets overlooked is how important it is to have the right nutrients in our system, right? The right multivitamin, the right magnesium, the right probiotic, the right enzymes to break all those things down. And I can go on, right? The right vitamin D, the right methylated B, all those things. But protein is critical for the skin health. It is critical for the skin health. And so we need to, again, make sure you're hitting your protein threshold. I'm sorry I got off on that. But one of the big things that it does, besides the collagen production of collagen 3 specifically, is that it increases elastin, and elastin it's what makes our skin flexible. It's what gives it the ability to bounce back and to not be really thin. You know, as a lot of people get older, their skin gets really thin. They bump their skin on something, their leg on something that shouldn't break or wouldn't break maybe our skin, but their skin will break open and bleed and be a problem. That's lack of collagen, that's lack of elastin, that's lack of proteoglycans. It also increases proteoglycans, which are proteins that help with the quality and the elasticity and the moisturizing ability of our skin. What's the other one? Oh, it also increases the blood flow. That's the big one, the capillaries. So it increases blood flow, which brings more oxygen, which makes the skin look plumper. I mean, all these things are really, really important, and I want you to think about taking care of your skin long term. Again, it's something that I've never done, not externally. I guess I've always done it for at least the last 40 plus years internally, by all the supplements, all the water, all the, you know, good protein, all those things, not eating the bad things, not smoking, not drinking alcohol, not doing those things. But now that I've been using this peptide, I actually, and this is a true story, Melody is a lady at church, and she came up to me probably 3 or 4 Sundays ago after church, and she said, "Are you doing something to your skin?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Your face just looks different to me." And I was like, "Well, now that you ask, I am using a peptide." This is Sue and Beth and I have been using this for quite a while, different variations until we got it right and could give you samples, and now we're selling it for anyone who wants it. But I had been using it for several months then, as we tweaked the formulas, and we would order a new peptide and add it and see if we liked it. If we did, we kept it. If we didn't, we didn't. Add a new oil, a new ingredient, change the concentrations. But she noticed, I don't know, it's harder when people see you every day versus people who see you occasionally once a week, or, occasionally. They will notice things more like that. It kind of shocked me. It took me back when she come up to me to ask me, that. But, so long story short is we got her a sample, and her husband both are now using it, and they love it. So one of the questions that I've been getting over and over and over was, you gave us a sample, we love it, can we get some? Yes, we have plenty that Sue has made now. 2 ounces is the way we're distributing it. So if you want some, just let us know. It is good for your overall health. It's good for your skin health. It's great to help you look younger. You can use it face, neck. You can use it anywhere on your body. We were just at the beach. If you haven't watched it, yesterday's video, and I know it was later than normal, we had some technical difficulties in getting it to upload last night. Is why it's a little bit later today. But watch the video, please. I think it's a really important video. Not that they're all not, but that I think last night's or today's, which you will see this tomorrow. So the one that you would have watched yesterday, it just talks about some of the important details that we need to do. And there are a couple of pictures. There's a picture of me and a picture of Beth. I just wanted to talk about the importance of that. So hopefully you'll go watch the video. But we were at the beach last week. That's where I was going with this. I'm sorry, I got off the skin thing. The pictures of Beth and I are us working out on the beach. Like, we're not gonna take a day off just because we're on vacation. Like, we work out every single day. Even if it's just on Sundays, a lot of times just a nice walk after lunch or after dinner. But we were at the beach last week, and the whole Beth's entire family, her mom pays for the entire trip. We just have to show up. It's pretty nice, and she's done that for lots and lots of years. Something she likes to do, and several of the kids would have one of the little girls with us had a spot or two under her eyes that were irritated from the sun, and those things, and some of them would burn their shoulder a little redness on their shoulder, be sore. Beth and I had a big jar of the peptide cream we'd taken with us because we knew this would happen. And so you can put it on any part of the body. It's used for ulcers, like skin ulcers, healing wounds, injuries, diabetics. So super safe to put anywhere, but most people are putting it on the face and the neck area. But there's nowhere that it can't go outside of, you don't want to put it in the eyes, of course, and it's not made for oral consumption in this cream form. So please use it. Tell other people about it. This is something that is touted, this particular peptide by itself is touted by some of the top skincare clinics in the world as a must-have ingredient. And we're trying to make it super affordable to have a multiple peptide cream like we've done with hyaluronic acid without any of the toxic ingredients. Maybe $85 for 2 ounces sounds expensive. It does to me, but I don't buy skin cream, so most of the women tell me like that's super cheap, especially for what the quality that we're getting. So hopefully you're on the plan tomorrow. Well, you'll see this tomorrow. So today you should be coming in for your InBody repeat, and you should be picking up all your peptides and supplements for your Monday, August the 7th start date. I cannot wait to see how well your InBodies go based on the couple that we needed to do early and from all the stories that I've heard from you. Can't wait to see you. Please, any questions come up, anything we can do for you, let us know. Keep burning fat.